What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it.
I'm simply ball dropping, simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man, I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Nah.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. Cause my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your cockpits. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Droppin Podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Droppin Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. And today, man, we're going to show love to the home team. I got some hometown friends that are some entrepreneurs, and they came together to start a podcast. But before I bring them on, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about, I do appreciate everybody that's rocking with K-Sap, with the Simply Ball Droppin show. Also, I would like to, thank a lot of people that's tuned in, that's been rocking with me for the longest. And what we do here on the Simply Ball Droppin Podcast, man, we bring people on. We like to talk. We conversate. I got the Marriage Chronicles. I got the Round Table Talk. So it's just a pleasure to, bring to you guys on Fridays and Saturday nights some entertainment. And a lot of times that you guys that are, watching the show, that are looking in, I appreciate the engagement, all the questions, all the feedbacks, all the write-ins, all the text messages with simple questions about different shows and stuff like that. So you guys just keep it coming. And today we got a special treat for you guys. I got, 3 young ladies that I'm going to bring on the show. They from my hometown. They're doing big things. They're all entrepreneurs. They all got different business adventures, and they came together to start a podcast. So without further ado, I want to introduce my guest tonight on the Simply Ball Droppin Podcast. They're from the I Am Boss podcast. Welcome the ladies from I Am Boss.
Hey, what's going on? So what's up? I am Stephanie.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Latoya. And we are your hosts of the I Am Boss podcast. Thank you so much for having us today, K-Sap. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
We're doing good, minus the technical difficulties that we were experiencing here with the natural lighting and whatnot, but we are so excited to be here on your show today.
Man, I'm glad that y'all can join me today. Take time out of your Saturday. I know you ladies are busy. And like I told everybody in the introduction, that you're all entrepreneurs and you do your own thing. So we're going to start it off with Latoya. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do and things of that nature.
Well, I do a whole lot. I am a mother of 3, 2 small, 1 an adult. She's 24, and I am a realtor. I'm a real estate agent, and we're actually sitting in my office now. So props to Karis Realty Group for letting us rent out the space, or actually use it for our podcast and to join you. But I'm in the community around here in Frederick. I teach group exercise fitness at all of the local gyms, Gold, One Life, the YMCA, North and now South County. But real estate is what I do every day. And now with my sisters, we're going to start this podcast, I Am Boss.
That's great. That's great. So the next one, don't be shy. Come on, introduce yourself.
I'm not.
We're not shy. We just try to make sure that we, staying on top of it.
Right.
Here a little bit.
Just a little nervous though.
Okay.
So my name is Kayla. I'm actually a first-time mom. My son is 10 months old. I am a cosmetologist. I have my own salon business. I have a suite, and that's pretty much what I do on a day-to-day. I style hair and make people feel beautiful. But I just love everything beauty, so that's pretty much what I dib and dabble in, and that's my passion.
Okay, you said you do hair. I'm gonna shout out a plug. Where can people find you at?
Pisces Beauty, at Pisces Beauty, @_P_beauty.
Okay, great. So the next one, go and introduce
We're
yourself.
gonna make sure that people get it right. Hold on. It's @__
Okay, yeah.
P__ Now
Underscore.
you do the rest.
See,
It's 2 underscores.
it is 2 underscores.
a lot.
I'm making it difficult, but it's @_P__beauty.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so the next one, introduce yourself. Don't be shy. Y'all loosen up. You got this.
My name is Stephanie, and I, out of the three, am not an entrepreneur. Yet, but I am a person that has an entrepreneur mindset. I'm an entrepreneur's wife, and but I am going to start going out and doing my own things. And if you watch our podcast, you'll learn that I'm the type of person that maybe could speak to some of those people that let fear get in the way of doing things that allow them to use their gifts and talents. But I am a HBCU college graduate. Shout out to all the Deltas watching this. Hey. And I am a first-time mom as well to a beautiful 19-month-old girl named Nuri. I am a wife, and I am a school counselor. So I work at an elementary school, serving a lot of students in poverty. So I'm at the largest elementary school in my county, Title I school. But I am not a boss. I'm not an entrepreneur yet.
Now you're a boss in the making, so don't
But hey, I'm a boss in my work field. Can't nobody out here walk in my shoes. So
there you go. There you go.
Every day in my school.
And it's crazy.
Don't let her get y'all.
But it's crazy that you said about the fear.
Now.
Yeah, but it's crazy that you said about the fear. I got a quote from one of my good friends, DeWine Hall. He always used to tell me this. When people are, fear things, he always says, feel the fear and do it anyway. So sometimes you got to get out your comfort zone and do things that you might not want to do. So, great introduction with you ladies. I mean, all passionate about what you do. Now, let's get off into this podcast. Now, I've been doing podcasts for the last almost 3 years now. And it's been a joyous ride. It has its ups and has its downs. But the thing that people want to see is good content, good conversation, right? So with the podcast that you girls are starting, who came up with the name I Am Boss?
Latoya.
It was Latoya.
Well, okay, so I may have said, oh, I am boss. And honestly, like Steph says, I'm not a boss. I think she's a boss. You know what I mean? I look at Kayla and I think she's a boss. And I feel like, I be bossing it, like, period. Like, what I do, I just go out and I just will do it. And so that's when I thought of that, I came to them and I said, what about this? And of course, we have our differences because we're different, but we decided that we would go ahead and rock with that. And I just wanted them to know just as well as I have to tell myself on a daily basis that I'm a boss. And that's how I feel about them.
What does it stand for?
And BOSS stands for, at first it stands for Black, Outstanding Successful Sisters. But we don't want to just exclude anyone from the podcast. So we kind of changed, we did change the B to bold because we're bold. We're bold. She's bold in her field of counseling. I mean, my sister will go out there so that you know the background. We're sisters.
Okay.
Stephanie's my blood sister. Kayla is my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So
she married our brother. So she's been in the family forever.
And even their family, our families are boss families. I mean, most of us in our family, our spouses are entrepreneurs. And then like Kayla and I started out in entrepreneurship with the support of our husbands that allow us to do that. And Stephanie as well has that same support. It's just, whatever barriers she has or things that she needs to work out with herself, but the support is there and we have it. So, we really are blessed in that manner, but together we sit on FaceTime and we talk like this all the time together. And, you know, things that I learned from Stephanie is different from things that I've learned on my own, or vice versa, because I've been a mother for 24 years. So it's a little different, and now they're moms. And then when I talk to Kayla, I mean, you know, about marriage or entrepreneurship, and just seeing her drive, because I was an at-home mom before I got back into real estate. So, you know, just the drive that I see in them having young kids. I had my kids and I was at home. So it was different. So, you know, looking at them inspired me. So,
and that's pretty much why we started it as well, because we just wanted to be a group of women that could just reach out and inspire and empower and motivate any woman that was watching it. So we're hoping that any woman that listens or watches our podcast, they will be able to just resonate or kind of relate to either all three of us or at least one of us. We may have a woman out there who is scared to start a business or scared of failure, but maybe I could inspire her to go on and take that leap with me, because hopefully by the end of this year, you guys will definitely hear me doing some entrepreneur things. Or if someone is having a fear or wants to start their own hairline or hair business, they may look to Kayla for style, inspiration. Or if they're looking to buy a home or they've always wanted to be a realtor, they may look or see something in LaToya. So we're just out here trying to inspire and change our little area and mindsets of people and women in general, that you need to really tune in on that B word, which is balance. And how can you really balance it all? Like, okay, we know you're a mom, we know you're a wife, or we know that you're aspiring to be all of these things. But at the end of the day, you are a boss, and we got to dig deep inside and find it and just empower one another. So we don't have anything like this in our area. So we're excited to bring it. We're just excited to do big things here in our area, and
I think it's all about like women empowerment too. We want to uplift each other and not pass judgment, not be here to say this is right, this is wrong, but to say like, this is how you may feel, this is how you may feel, but we all may act in a different way or a different manner, and that's okay.
Yes. When they see us on the street, hopefully they'll know that although we're sisters, they are sisters too. So we just want to build a community, and hopefully we'll start and get some subscribers and some followers and whatnot, and just make this a whole movement. At least here in Frederick, right? So like, share, subscribe, and whatever that whole thing goes. We don't have that down packed yet, but we're gonna get that memorized. Like,
you'll get it. You'll get it. It takes time. I mean, because you know, when I first started, you know, sometimes you got to do self-promotion. So, you know, here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, I'll go ahead and I'll put y'all's link at the bottom so everybody see it. So y'all go follow I Am Boss Podcast. You know, get their subscriptions up, get their followings up. So I want to ask you ladies, so when you come together and you first start your podcast, what day are you actually launching that podcast?
So we are going to actually launch the podcast next month. We're, you know, getting together this evening actually to start our first recording. We're going to go through everything, and they will be dropped on
every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Yep. So our first podcast is the first Wednesday of May, and you can catch us each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. So hopefully your kids will be put down, at least halfway put down, get a nice little cute cocktail, sit with your girls, and just get ready to laugh, share some good memories or whatever, some conversation. But most importantly, you can't forget your drink, because that's what it's about. You gotta have a drink, sis.
Well, I got my drink too, so we'll go ahead and toast to that.
What you got in your cup?
I got a little bit of Crown, but Crown Royal's not paying me yet, so I ain't gonna put too many plugs in for them.
That's right. Gotta get them endorsements. We don't have no endorsements either, so we just gonna say we got some vodka in our cup. We got a little peach mule going on here, so we're just getting peachy, but we don't have no.
We actually have a mixologist, and she's just taking all the credit right now. But we do have a mixologist, but that'll come on the I Am Boss podcast. When you guys tune in, you'll get some of that. You'll get a whole lot of inside scoop on what's going on in our lives, our cute kids' lives. You gotta know
our fashion
and the husbands. We gotta shout out the husbands.
We will have our husbands on the show.
Husbands help us.
I thought Nate was supposed to be the mobile bartender.
You don't understand what we put them through for this.
We got producers. They're producers.
Yeah. We got executive producers. We got cameramen, mixologists, camera, makeup, hair.
There you go. All good shows got to have everything that's gonna, make the show even better. So on the podcast, so what kind of content are you gonna provide to the community of listeners that are gonna listen to your podcast? What do y'all have in store?
So we're going to talk about current events, things that are going on. Like right now, what's real big is the Jackson story, about him and his wife. We're going to give a little insight on that.
Okay.
I've been married for 16 years and, you have your ups and downs. We're going to talk about social media. Are you who you really are online in real life? Because that's big. Like, somebody who's out there putting themselves out in front of people, and then you selling just a whole dream that's not even real. And we talked about this beforehand, right, Caleb? And stuff. We were like, we don't want to come on here and pretend and perpetrate like we're someone else. We don't want to just paint a picture of perfectness, even though our faces are beat. Mine's is beat by me.
I stay beat. Unless you see me in the grocery store, I sometimes not beat. But thank God for the mask right now. I don't like COVID, but the mask helps. But 7 days a week, this face stay beat. I go to work beat.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not.
But she's cute regardless. So not me though. But when I go out to work, I'm typically I show houses in leggings because I teach group fitness as well.
Yes.
I have my son with me more times than not. So he's my showing assistant. But that's my real life. I run out with shirts that have little sayings on them. And they ring true to who I am. Like, I'm half holy, half hood. I mean, it is what it is. And,
that'll be all of us. We love it. We love the Lord.
But
we
love
to
act
act
ratchet. And, like, people look at us like we are, like, beautiful they younger than me, but beautiful women who think they cute or something. Not really, but, I'm sophisticated ratchet. I'll tell you quick. Like, I'm liable to say some shit that you just think, oh, man, like, wow, she just said that. But I can turn it on and turn it off at the same time, like what I got to do.
That's a good thing.
She is the one who is very outspoken and the loud one. So
I see. Latoya likes to lead. She likes to lead the charge. She likes to take charge.
What was that?
Yeah, I see. So
the content, back to
more
that.
Content.
More content. We definitely want to talk about current events, like she said, but we just want to show, like you said, highlighting the real behind the real. So really just putting a highlight on the REAL versus the REEL. See how I did that? Y'all
I see how you did that.
Y'all ain't know.
Yeah, y'all ain't know. So I'm saying I bring the humor, the smart, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we got. So we have a lot of different things. I'm definitely talking about entrepreneurship, the struggles with that, especially during a pandemic. Talking about any and everything.
Mom life, work-life balance. Taylor, tell them
sex.
about
We're about to talk about
work-life balance, marriage, like she already said. Sex. Keeping it cute.
I got a question that came in for you guys. I got a question to ask you guys. One of the people in the comments, they want to know, will y'all do live shows or just audio?
Our shows are, so technically
right
it's like
now.
a showcast, not a podcast, but there will be audio eventually, but right now we're just doing shows that you can see visually, so you would log on and just watch us, and all of our shows will be pre-recorded.
Right.
Kareem's been hooking us up though, for real. Like, you gave us, all of the tips that we kind of needed. We did the research ourselves, but like, you kind of just brought it all together for us. So we will be recording for the live show as well. We may tape the first one just to see how it sounds and everything. But if it works out, starting on the second show, we probably will drop it live on like Spotify.
And eventually we do want to do live episodes, but we just want to make sure we have those followers up first and get the subscription, the subscribers, the subscribers out there, and just see how this takes off. Like we said, this is just trial based right now. We're just trying to go out and take a leap of faith to see how it goes.
Okay.
2 of the 3 of us have communications background, so it's kind of like living out our dream and using some of our communication degrees and whatnot, and just
well, I'm shy of that degree, but I was almost there.
But you have it. Just trying to have fun with it. So, right now they will be pre-recorded, but who knows what the future holds. They could be live, and just expect to see a lot of big things from us. If this really takes off, I mean, I'm talking expos, workshops. We're doing
Oh, yeah. Trust me, once you get your foot in the ground, things will start taking off faster than what your ladies would like it to take off? Because when I first started, things just started taking off. I mean, you drop one show and then somebody listens to you, they want to hear the next. They get anxious to hear the next. So when you start something good, people gonna want it. So when y'all do y'all's podcast, as far as you said, the live and the audio, so are y'all gonna be on Facebook, YouTube? What are your streaming platforms you looking to, branch off into?
Definitely know that we're doing YouTube, definitely off the top. Facebook, I'm pretty sure we would all get into Facebook and want to do Facebook just because of my crowd, the audience,
my age group. Nobody
from Facebook
wants to be on Facebook.
So definitely YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, but YouTube would be the primary source.
YouTube would be the primary source
and see it as well.
But see, the thing about it is, living in Frederick, I mean, it's a growing community. So you should have a lot of supporters and a lot of backing because, like as far as me, being from Frederick, living here in Texas, I got a lot of supporters in my hometown that rock out with me. So you ladies shouldn't have no problem, getting the word out. And another question from a viewer, they said, what are you doing to get the word out about your podcast? What are you ladies doing?
So Instagram, social media, we definitely use that all the time. The @IamBoss podcast. It's, what is it? @_.
@Iam_boss_podcast. We gonna have to work with her.
I'm big on hitting the streets, and I haven't told it to the girls yet, but like they got babysitters. We're free tonight, and it's nice outside. We might hit downtown with our cameras and just walk around and let everybody know to follow us. And
that's the best way to do it.
So social media, I feel like that's pretty much what it is.
Social media, word of mouth, definitely posting. Anybody we come across, like I made a connect with a beauty supply around here, and I was like, listen, you give me a discount and I will wear your products. And he loves it because they're struggling. So y'all will be hearing a lot about that. So just go get some hair. Just talking to people. Oh, I'm about to get some hair. Yes, I am. But yeah, we can get some hair. We're gonna work. So just trying to just word of mouth and just really working with small businesses here because we are all wives of people, husbands that have small businesses as well. So we want to show love.
Large, big businesses. Nothing that we do is small.
Okay, large, big businesses.
Go ahead.
So we definitely want to connect with those businesses because it's time for especially people in the Frederick area to support one another. And that's what we want to do. We want to highlight some businesses that are growing here in Frederick. We want to spotlight some wineries, distilleries, and, gyms. And if you have an apparel line, like I don't mind, we don't mind free stuff and wearing your stuff or discount or whatever. Not even discount, we'll support you. If you reach out to us and you want us to wear your stuff, we will do that because that's what we're all about anyway. We all strive to support, especially Black businesses here in Frederick and businesses in general. So we want to connect on those levels as well.
That's another part of our content that you were talking about, the businesses and support in the community also. I think we're just trying to tie all of that in together and bring anybody that has a small business, small or large actually, in the Frederick area, just trying to band together and give that same support to one another and kind of just talk and relate about things, topics. I know we have a lot of women that have small businesses in the Frederick area, and it would be nice to just, talk, communicate, relate, have good conversation, and then be able to support one another today, tomorrow, in the future, whenever. And I just think that's what we're trying to do also.
And the guests that will make appearances on our shows, most of our guests that we have coming on our show are women who either are entrepreneurs or are boss women in their fields. We've got doctors coming in, therapists,
personal trainers, nutritionists.
Right.
Yeah, we got a lot of different women.
Single women experts.
We're not single anymore. How does that work these days? How is it out here in COVID and pandemics? Like,
so we got a lot of stuff coming up, and a lot of guests coming that will just share their business and tips and strategies and share their panhandle and everything else.
Man, that's great. And as far as the support in your content, one of the viewers picked up on something you said about some of the content that you're going to have. This viewer said sex is always a hot topic. So they picked up on that.
Sex sells. So hopefully
it does.
Subscribers.
Well, as far as, getting your subscribers and things like that, like I said, I do a lot of self-promotion on my end. Like sometimes they say if you throw a lot of mud on the wall, something's going to stick. Sometimes you just got to put it in their face. And when you put it in their face, they'll see it. But the thing about it is, with you guys just starting out, and you said you're going to launch, coming up here shortly, it's only going to take that one episode for people to know who you are. So once you drop that first episode, either if it's visual or if it's just audio, it's going to be a delight because y'all new to this and it's going to be exciting. So once you do your first episode, you're going to be eager to get right back in there to give, the viewers some more content. So with the content that you guys said that you're going to do, it's very interesting because a lot of people, with today's current events, the state of the world that we're in and the times that we're living in, it's a lot of things that we can talk about. And what it impresses me about, young ladies, getting together, getting behind a microphone and creating a platform and expressing herself, it's always great to see that. So it's great that you ladies are coming together to start something like this. And hopefully, like you said, with the backing that you have in Frederick, Maryland, with the small businesses and the people that you said you're going to bring on to your podcast, I'm looking for a great show. I can't wait till you guys launch, man. I'm going to follow your whole movement.
We can't either. We're putting a lot of hard work and thoughts and long late nights, early mornings into this. Some sweat conversations, long FaceTime calls. I'm arriving places on time, and people coming late. But we working on that. But we are working really hard behind the scenes to give you guys a good show. And something that you will be eager, like you said, to see.
That might be a topic, being on time and actually when you're on time because you ain't do nothing to really get there, but get yourself together. So that might be a topic.
That's absolutely correct. And it's funny that you said that about being on time because a lot of people don't know, like they think just being on the podcast, you just getting behind the mic, expressing your views. But it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, man, because I tell people, like, you got to have great audio. You got to have great content. You got to have great visual. You got to make sure everything is on the up and up before you start your show because anything could go wrong. Your sound could go out. People could be listening and all of a sudden they can't hear you. The visual could be there. Then the visual goes away. So it's a lot of, before I, do podcasts and before I come on and do my live show, I got to make sure my production is right before I, launch it live because I can't afford no hiccups. So it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So I understand where you ladies are coming from before, late night talks or what you're going to do. Like me and my wife, we sit around and we come up with topics that we're going to do on our round table talk. We got guests that are coming on our Marriage Chronicles. And I'll throw that in next week. My Marriage Chronicles will be back again on Saturday. We got another couple that's coming on that we'll be talking to. So it's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes before, we start these podcasts. So with you ladies, I mean, it sounds like y'all real excited for what you're about to do. I mean, you're talking about, businesses, the people that you're bringing on. So it's like one of the viewers said, it's always impressive when ladies are on the mic. So, kudos to you ladies. And as far as, with your guests coming on, how do you reach out to your guests? Do you like DM them or people reach out to you? How does your guest list work?
Well, a couple of people hit us up and asked us, like, what is it that you're doing? Is there any way that I can help? We've even had someone ask us if they could, like, be the fourth person to join us. And right now, we would just really say that, it is open. I mean, I may have something going on and the girls are still going to record. And so they might have one or two guests on or vice versa with anybody else that has something going on. We're going to definitely try to always be the three of us, but if not, the show's still going to go on. And also, I've reached out to a couple of women that I know who are entrepreneurs. I have one girlfriend who's single, and she has me cracking up like all the time. And we'll have her on to give us some real laughs about how it is to be single right now during a pandemic. So Steph had.
So collectively, we've each reached out to all of our guests. Like, whatever the topic is, we're like, oh, I know somebody that I could ask to come on for this show. So I think we all are responsible for the guests that we have on our show because we either reach out to them or, like LaToya said, the support has been super super amazing to where they have even inquired, like, well, let me know what I can do to support you. And I'm like, well, you can. How about you try to be a guest? So that's how we got our guests on our show so far. And we just got them on the calendar and moving from there. Always open for more guests. So if there's anybody in the Frederick area or surrounding counties that if you have something that you want to promote or talk about, hit us up because we could definitely create a topic based around you. So,
man, that's great. That's a great way to start it off. And like I said, you're confident about what you're gonna do. And like I said, man, your ladies sound excited. I mean, I see y'all got y'all's drink. You got a good presentation in the background, good backdrop. I mean, you're set up real nice, and I got to give kudos to Nate for getting y'all to where he got y'all because, I mean, he got you set up real nice. So, you know, shout out to Nate, man. Good work, Nate, man. And you got. But the thing about it is,
we'll shout out all the producers, you know, who helped us, you know, all tech stuff because we don't.
So we
the
got
cups
Steven
in sequence.
Steven, my husband, Art, who mixed up our cocktails, and then we have Nate, who also set us up. You know, got everything working, our audio going.
Shout out to the parentals for being.
Shout out to Nate.
Granny and Grandma.
Shout out to all the men that are behind the scenes. Yes,
for sure, they're back there.
So that's great. So yeah, give them a round of applause. I mean, they can come in the camera, they can show themselves, man, because there's a lot of production. You know, they can come. Tell them to come on in. Tell them to show their face. There you go. That's the men that are working behind the scene with the ladies, getting it all straight. That's the husbands. So we give shout out to the men. So good job, guys, man. So we give y'all a shout out, man. So man, I appreciate you guys getting the ladies set up. They real excited about what they're gonna do. So I'm gonna ask the men this question since they're there. So does anybody have some input on like an introductory video or introductory audio that the ladies gonna have to, you know, to make their podcast stand out?
So right now they already recorded it, and it's pretty much like they're all different. So they all have their own style, their own flavor. So the intro is gonna be really dope.
Shout out to BU, aka Zooberry. He's at we don't know his pan. Okay, it's like BUism on Instagram. BEYUism ISM. He's located in Georgia, Atlanta, but he is from Frederick, and he went on and did us up a dope intro video that will be launching very, very soon. We definitely gonna let y'all get a taste of that.
We have our own intro song that we purchased from a producer, DJ One Payne, and it's specific to us. It speaks us. It you know.
No diamonds, no pressure.
No diamonds.
So I got another question for the men since the men are there. I got another question. Now the ladies was talking about some of their content, and they was talking about the sex part. How do y'all feel about when the ladies gonna start talking about sex? Are y'all gonna be part of the show, or you gonna let the ladies do it on their own?
Whatever they need, man.
Yeah, if they allow us, we'll come on. But hopefully we're a part of it.
Since they here today, I mean, that's the first show, so maybe they look good enough to come on camera today. They might come on. I don't know. We might want to.
Do you guys get enough? Being married out here in these streets, do the married men get it more than the single men?
I dare you say something.
We good.
But see, this is what I want to say to the men, right? When the ladies are doing a podcast, now you got to be comfortable with what your ladies are going to talk about, right? I mean, it's just content that they're providing to the viewers, right? It's you don't look at it no different way, right? So a lot of men get in their feelings when their ladies start talking about a lot of things, right? So this is just, you know, they providing content. So I tell my wife all the time, like when we do our Marriage Chronicles, my wife is a part of the Marriage Chronicles. She's the co-host of the Marriage Chronicles. So when we start asking questions to the married people, my wife is right here with me. So it ain't nothing like I'm trying to hide from her. She's trying to hide things from me. So these ladies are starting a podcast, and the husbands got to be real supportive of what the ladies are doing. So when they start dropping content, a lot of people are going to start reaching out to them. You're going to have people that's going to come into their DM, be like, hey, can I be on the show and things like that. So I'm just letting you guys know that's just a part of the podcast, right? It's
but
no hard
feelings.
The ladies are going to do what they got to do to, provide a great show.
I was going to say the good thing is that we have had these conversations. Like we said, before we even started the podcast, we all knew that we had an idea to do this, but they were all a part of our little FaceTime. We used to do something, even with our sister in Florida. We had her on it as well. And we would just have couple talk. I forget what we called it. It was like couch. This is when COVID started. But they probably know everything we about to talk about, especially in the sex department. Because we said it to them on a face little time.
But even deeper than that, marriage is a lot of things, and even outside of sex. So, we've all been through our trials and tribulations outside of our relationship, outside of our marriage, and inside of our marriage. Nate and I's relationship is not perfect. And if it's a topic that we have to talk about, he already knows I'm gonna be really real. I'm not about to be out here saying something on social media that's going to be seen, and then somebody be able to come back and be like, "But she lying." Or whatever. So, it's not to air our laundry. That's not what it's about. It's just about to help another woman who may be struggling. Yeah, like maybe struggling with something.
Because everybody's relationship or marriage is not perfect. Like she said, you go through ups and downs, and like things that one person might have went through, I may have not went through yet, or things that she might have went through, then I may have not went through yet, or what I have went through, they have not went through yet. So I think that we're all different when it comes to our marriages and how we go about things, and just relationships in general. So I think that we could definitely all touch on somebody, and somebody would be able to relate to what we're going through, how we deal with situations, how our marriage works, how we communicate with our spouse, how our spouse communicates with us, and just like so on and so forth.
And we're a tight-knit family, even how we communicate with each other. We fight, we heal,
we
go back around, we fight again, then we heal.
It's all about relationships. And plus the extra layers that put on that. Like there are so many things that add stressors to relationships in general, from kids to COVID, to the pandemic, right? To being an entrepreneur. Like, businesses have highs and lows. So everything we go through in life has an impact on our relationships. Not only just our marriage relationship, but our family relationships, our friendships. So we're just trying to tackle all of that. And like Kayla said, hopefully we can be relatable so people can find something that they relate to and say, wow. Or if they haven't been through it yet, keep that in your back pocket, because no relationship is perfect.
Exactly.
We're all going through stuff, and we're all working through stuff, Our marriage is a work in progress. So
And I'm glad that she said that. I'm glad that she touched on that, because your story might help somebody else out that's listening to your podcast. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what somebody else is going through. So what you're going through in your relationship might help somebody else out. And I tell people all the time, like when you're behind the mic and you're giving your content and you're driving it, your story can probably really help somebody out that's going through a lot of things in life. You can touch somebody. So a lot of people, are saying, one person in the comments said the husbands are keeping the I Am Boss podcast ladies smiling. We see the smiles on the ladies' face. So good job, men. So they also said, how can they support the business? A lot of people are reaching out saying, how can they support the business? So, tell them how they can support the business.
Well, it takes zero to support a business, really. Like, comment, subscribe.
Get your hair done. Call me if you need a house. If you need it painted or renovated, call him. If you have children that like basketball or any other sport, come see them at the Zone 24. Maryland Movement. We got our hands in a bunch of different things. So, when we do start our podcast, we're gonna drop that information in there so that everybody can, get a chance and an opportunity to meet the men behind our show.
Okay.
They're great.
I see. I mean, it's a lot of influential men that are beside you guys, and like I wanted to give them a shout out because they have worked diligently behind the scenes, getting everything done for you. I remember when I first reached out to you and we spoke, and you talked about the podcast on things that you needed. Nate put that in play. Nate putting things together, getting camera angles together, getting all the technical stuff together. So, like I said, man, you guys, man, keep supporting the ladies, man. And they're going to do great. And another thing, as far as IG, I know you guys are on IG. Now, do you guys have a YouTube channel that you guys created?
Yes, we do. It's at I Am Boss Podcast.
Okay, everything is I Am Boss Podcast. Is that correct?
You're never gonna forget it.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
We have to put some content on it though. We haven't put anything on it yet, so I don't know if you can find it. But as soon as it's there and something's up, we may actually put something together. He likes to do really dope videos, Steven. So like maybe he'll get something for us while we're up in here, and then we'll just put it on there just as, you know, something to drop, so at least we can share that and then it can get it out there.
That's great. That's great. So another thing that I want to ask you, we always do this. We always like to get, you know, fun facts about each member of the I Am Boss podcast. So I'm gonna start out with the lady in the middle. I'm gonna start out with you. Give me 3 fun facts that people don't know about you.
I'm adventurous, really adventurous. I think a lot of people probably. I am adventurous, girl. I am. A lot of people probably don't know that about me just because of the way that I look, but I'm adventurous. I am. I can sing. Yes, that's my hidden talent, but I don't do it ever because I don't like to sing really, so I don't do it. What else? I'm spontaneous.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Now, Latoya, give 3 fun facts about people might not know about you.
She said, "Keep on thinking, because I don't got nothing." 3 fun things about me. I'm very sensitive. I think a lot of people think when they meet me and see me, they see such confidence and they see a woman who's well put together, but I'm really sensitive. I cry.
When you say sensitive, like sensitive in what matter?
I cry. Literally. I'm a crybaby. Like, for real. Everything hurts my fucking feelings. Period.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Nate, everything hurts her feelings, Nate?
Say that again?
Everything hurts her feelings?
Not everything.
Just 99% of the stuff.
He be trying to hurt other things. Don't let him. Don't think he's innocent. Anyway. Another fun fact about me is that I like to sing, but I don't know if that's something that everybody doesn't know because I have a karaoke machine. So
Karaoke Fridays.
Karaoke Fridays at my house is called Cafe Tofu. Oh, I don't eat beef or pork or chicken. I eat. Okay. I'm a pescatarian, so I guess that's my other fun fact.
All right. Well, since you talk about karaoke and singing, I mean, bust a note for somebody.
I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control. She can't sing.
And you know what's funny? That's everybody's go-to song. When you ask a lady to start singing, they always do that SWV.
That's the one I did at my high school graduation, like after graduation party that we had back in 1990. I forget it. But that's 94.
You're telling your age now.
So those are my 3 fun facts.
All right, next.
My 3 facts. I guess there's one I wasn't even thinking, but I do enjoy rapping. I was in a rap group or a go-go band in college. So I do rap in my spare time, and me and my husband like to freestyle together, so that's pretty fun. Another fun fact.
Right, go ahead.
I am a creator. I'm a really good writer. I can write screenplays and books literally in like 30 minutes. If you tell me what you're thinking, I can write it. So I like to say I tap into my creative side of my brain. So hopefully I could be the next Tyler Perry if he helped me cross this bridge like he says he likes to do. I'm trying to cross the bridge, Tyler. Help me, and I'll help you. But anyway, so I'm a creator. I'm scared of dogs, but everybody knows that.
That's 3.
That's 3. That's all I have.
All right, now I got to put you on the spot. Now you talking about rapping? You hear you and your husband go and hit one of them freestyles.
See what had happened was
I'll throw a word. Blue. Blue.
Whoever would have knew that the color was blue.
and now I'm sitting here having deja vu. You gotta tune in to I Am Boss because we about to drop some gems, and I ain't lying, y'all. Yeah, my name is Steph Lover, and I'm on the mic. When I come through, you know I rip it real tight. And then we chilling with K-Sap, and now I'm about to stop because I'm drunk, and that's okay.
That was pretty good. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Hey, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, man. And I know you ladies got a lot in store, and you know, here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, we always appreciate when we can have guests, you know, on our show to talk about, you know, upcoming events that they're having. And, you know, I always show love and support. And, you know, you ladies are from the hometown, and, you know, it's a lot of growing support in the Frederick community. So, you know, me being here in Texas, and when I first found out that you ladies were starting a podcast, I said, man, that's right up my alley. Let me reach out to these young ladies and let's get something popping. Let's see if I can get them on the show just to give y'all like a little introduction to what y'all, you know, ladies are going to do. So I always show support and love, and, you know, it's reciprocated. So, you know, I just wanted to give y'all this opportunity to come on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, you know, to let people know who you are, where you're from, and what you're about to do. So, you know, before your podcast even starts, you know, I'm giving you ladies, you know, a small little platform to get yourself out there before you even get started. So, you know, after this show, you know, once people start looking at it, they'll know who you are. They'll start following you. So you'll see your followers. And once y'all launch that first podcast, man, it's gonna be a hell of a ride, man. I'm excited. I mean, I see you ladies are, you know.
You'll join us on our show too.
Hey, anytime. I'm available anytime. You know, this is what I love to do. I love to talk. I love to chat. Say again?
I said you have to come out here to sit on the couch, get your COVID.
It don't matter. You know, I touch down in Frederick. You know, in July. I might be back around July, so we can work some things out. Yeah. So you know, I just appreciate you ladies' time. I appreciate you, you know, giving me an opportunity to, you know, for you guys to come on my podcast and, you know, tell a little bit about yourself and letting the people know, you know, all around the, you know, community, all around the world, because I got a pretty, you know, large following around. I say I'm around the globe now. You know what I'm saying? I'm around the globe around here. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, in tune to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. So they're going to hear y'all ladies. So they're going to know who you are. So you, like I said, you know, your following is going to go up. And like I said, you know, my support, you know, I tag you, post, hey, follow the ladies at I Am Boss Podcast. And, you know, we just going to show support and love. So like I said, I appreciate you ladies' time. So if there's anything else you guys want to say before we wrap it up, go for it.
Well, thank you guys, everyone who's tuned in. We thank you so much. I'm going to call you by your government, Kareem. Thank you so much for inviting us on. Thanks for inviting us on. And, you know, we really do appreciate it. We didn't know that you weren't here in Frederick, so we didn't know how this was all going to happen. But you had a lot of patience with us. You would text and make sure that you checked in with us. And, you know, we just really do appreciate you. And thank you very much for your time.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Salute, man. I'm humbled by that. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, you know, like, you know, when you do podcasts, you know, like my title is Simply Ball Dropping. You know, I started off with sports, you know, branched off into different areas. But, you know, I had to gain, you know, more followers and more supporters. You know, a lot of people talk about sports, but when we branched off to did the Simply Ball Dropping Marriage Chronicles, the Round Table Talk and things like that, I've always tell people, you know, I got to have more women on my show because I got to have more than just men listening to me. I like to have the ladies listen to it too, right? So if you bring ladies on that are entrepreneurs that are starting their own business and things like that and are doing podcasts, it always makes it for a great show because I like to see, you know, different sides of, you know, people's, you know, views on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, ladies can talk sports too, but when you sitting down talking to a lady about, you know, their businesses, you know, they're very passionate about their businesses. They very passionate about their fashion. They're very passionate about what they do. And, you know, when you got supportive men in your life, the way you young ladies do, it makes it even more better because the men are supporting the things that you're doing. And that goes a long way. So as you know, black people in the black community, we got to stop, looking at people and not supporting them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people support people that they don't even know. And then when you look to your friends that you're looking for support, some people don't even want to rock with you. So I always say, tell a friend and tell a friend. You might not want to listen to it, but your friend might want to listen to it. So just, it's going to have your ups and downs when you do your podcast. You're going to be like, man, why is nobody listening to my show? Why is nobody rocking out with me? But things are going to change. So just stay upbeat and it's going to work out for you. And like I said, I do appreciate you ladies' time. And I'm looking forward to that first show. And like I said, I'm going to keep on, promoting you ladies. I'm going to keep on, telling people, hey, you go follow these ladies. They got something for.
We're going to promote you and show support to you as well.
Follow us on Instagram. I am _boss_podcast. And I'm on Instagram as @Homes by Latoya Nicole.
And I am on Instagram as @PBeauty @__P__beauty.
And I am on Instagram with a private page of @glow_in_faith. But I may open it up and make it public sooner or later. But I am on Instagram as well.
And again, we thank you for your
time.
You
have to open it. You have to open that up to the public. You can't be private. You got to open that up to the public so you can get yourself out there.
Again, we thank you for your time and your kind words and great advice. And we look forward to being able to support you in any way that we can possible as well.
And like I said, I appreciate that. I'm humbled by that, ladies. So like I said, I'm looking forward to your show. So I'm not going to hold you up no longer. You want to be held. I know it's a Saturday night. I know you got your drinks flowing. So that's going to wrap up another episode.
Cheers. Come on, get your cup.
Yeah, I got my cup here. Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
All right.